everybody. Welcome to the first live streaming for Joe Camilo Designs. I want to first say a few thanks to the few people that are watching. I don't know if you're watching via Facebook. I don't know if you're watching via Instagram. I don't know if you are on the website. I don't know if you are on the Stage 10 channel. I don't know if you are on YouTube, but whatever you are, I just want to tell you thank you for separating the time and basically coming here to discuss with me, the topic of the day, reason. So just to let you know, today is not about the lunch. As you know, the launch happened last week on the 23rd, and that's already come and gone. Okay, the products are ready, but that's already come and go. Today, we're gonna go a little bit deeper. Okay, we're gonna dig into why reason exists, why it came to be, what happened that it motivate us to come up with this idea, with this nothing new, obviously, but to come up with this design. As you know, this is not just this isn't fashion. This is a message that needs to be thrown out there. It's something that we desperately need, and we do understand that probably this message is not for everyone. The Lord, He made it available to everyone, but probably it is not for everyone. Not everyone will receive it. Not everyone will approve it. They want to. People want to have their own things, and they want us to respect them. They also need to respect our belief. But we know that this message is not for everyone. But I want to tell you that this message is for those who wants to stand firm, unshaken, and those who are unashamed to let everybody know that Jesus rose from the dead. And as you have heard, as probably you know by now, you've seen it on post, different places. This isn't fashion. Faith is not fashion. Faith is a journey. It's a journey that we have the pleasure to embark on from the moment that we came to the Lord, from the moment that we understood that reality, that we need to confess our sins and we need to believe in our hearts that Jesus is Lord. So from that moment onward, we are living in a journey of faith, and that's why we make emphasis. Faith isn't fashion. Faith is a journey, and reason, was created for people who live like that, who understand that faith is not fashion, that faith is a journey. So before continuing, I just want to encourage you, if you have any questions, this is a discussion about reason. So if you have any questions, I will appreciate you writing them down on the comments. If you want to say something, say hello, that's welcome too. So just want you to know that you have that freedom. For those of you that are just meeting us or seeing this video for the first time, Reason is the latest collection that was dropped by Joe Camilo Designs. And if you haven't seen it, you can see the collection on our website. You might be watching this video live, you might be watching it record, but whichever the case, if you want to know more about the collection, you can go to the website www.joecamilodesigns.com, and you can see from there the collection. Go to collections, go to Reason, and you're gonna see everything that is available. Or if you're watching live and you're watching from the Stage 10 channel, or from the website too, we have a link, we have a tab on the website where you can be watching the streaming live. On the right of the of your screen, you will be seeing the products available as well. And well, so what's the why behind Reason? Jesus was buried, but he didn't stay there, and that is the point of Reason. And I want to show you small video that you see here. Let me change the perspective for you to see what we have here. You see the three bars? Probably you know what it means. Many people have come to me telling me, hey, you know what? I see something there. I see something else. And yeah, there's different meaning hidden in the design, hidden in the bars there. But the main meaning of it is the three bars represent the 3 days that Jesus stood on the tomb, okay? And that on the third day, he resurrected. He came back to life. And reason basically, speaks to resistance against silence about Jesus. We can't stay silent. We can't stay silent about this wonderful event, the greatest event in human history. Was the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and that's why we're saying that this collection is for people who believe Jesus is the only way. There's no other way to the Father. Jesus Christ is the only way to salvation, is the only way to the Father. And this collection is for people who are not afraid to say it. It's for people who are not afraid to wear reason, because wearing this collection says something out loud. It says something for everybody to hear, even when you're not speaking, even when you're not talking anything. You have it on a piece of clothing, and you're saying it said something. It is like saying, I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I'm not ashamed of Jesus Christ. I'm not down the truth. I'm not filtering down the truth. I believe Jesus rose from the dead on the third day, and my life, I'm living my life like that, believing that. So that is the purpose of reason. That's basically the why behind the message. But that when you say something like that, you also need to have a contrast. So if reason is for that, then what is reason against? And reason, like many of the designs, many of the products that we have in the store, it's to make clear that Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. I don't want to talk about any other of the brands that we have available, but that's the purpose of what we do. The brand stands against many things, and one of them is that we don't want to water down the gospel of Jesus Christ. We don't want to adjust it to us, because we need to adjust. We need to change because of it. The gospel doesn't need to change because of us, because of our opinions, because of our perspective. That's not how it works. So reason goes against that, because we don't want to water what it is, the truth. We are not trying to chase a trend either. Reason isn't trying to chase any trends, any cultural fashion of the moment, because that's not what we are trying to do. Again, a slogan says it all. Faith isn't fashion. We are not following a trend. We are not following fashion. We are following the reality that Jesus, he died, but on the third day he rose from the dead. And also, it stands against people who, not the person, because we understand that the battle we are having is not against the people. It is against the spirits that are moving or somehow influencing the people that when they do what they do. But this is about telling the truth. This is about telling it how it is. Again, that's why we said at the beginning, many people will find it uncomfortable what we are doing, what we say, what we wear, and many people might not like it. Many people might ask you to even take off when you're wearing because of a message. But we are not afraid to tell the truth. That's, we are against, not standing up for the truth. We need to stand up for the truth. And Jesus is the truth. And we're not afraid of it, And again, reason is also not about hype. It isn't just about, oh, it's cool, it's that, it's this. We want to do something nice, of course. We want to do something that people enjoy wearing and like. But the meaning, listen, you need to get the meaning. It isn't just because it matches good, it looks good. It's because there's something there, right? Something that we want to uh, let people know. So it isn't Christian-ish. It isn't Christian-ish. No, you know, you won't find in the store, you won't find in this message lukewarm slogans. You will not find that in here, because that's not the point of it. The point of the designs that we come up with is meaningful, something with meaning, something that can provoke a conversation. We Let me say it this way: we aren't trying to sneak Jesus into culture, okay? We are not trying to sneak him into culture. We are declaring him over culture, because Jesus Christ is above the culture. That's why we said this is not a trend. We don't want to be trend chasing. No, this is not a trend that we're doing. We are declaring Jesus over these cultures, over these trends that are coming out, because trends, they come and go, they die down, they go high, but it's not the hype of it. It's, you know, it's not trying to force it. It's letting you know what it is. Either we like it or not, he is the Lord. He's the Lord. And so that's something that we need to understand. We want to build up curiosity. Yeah, for people to, to be curious about, what is this? We just don't want people to just know that they have a hoodie, wear a hoodie. It's for people that wants to make a difference. Okay? So that is the point of reason. So again, to be more specific, then who this brand, who this design is for. So if you were to ask me, I would say that this is for a person who refuses to stay silent. This is for a person who refuses to be quiet. This could be for a girl in a classroom who says, listen, I will not deny Jesus. Just because you don't like it, just because you don't know it, just because you don't understand it, just because you have a different belief, I won't deny him. I won't deny what he did for me. This is also for a guy, in a friend group, who won't compromise his belief, who will remain faithful, who will not, participate in things just because they might look cool, just because people won't stop looking you weird. People, a person who won't participate in things that won't work, that won't glorify the Lord. They won't compromise their belief. So this is for the believer. This brand is for the believer who's done hiding their faith. Listen, this is for the person that says, listen, I don't care what they say. I don't care if they like it or not. This is what I believe. I know that he rose on the third day, and because of that, I can also have, life. I can have a resurrection. So this is for the one who's tired. This is for a person. This is for an adult. This is for a youth. This is for a child who is tired of seeing Christianity dressed up to look like the world. This is what it is. Okay, if you haven't seen the designs, please just go to the store and see them. They're simple. They're simple but meaningful. There's something to talk about there. There's a conversation starter right there. But it's also for the people that is tired of seeing Christianity dressed up as the world. We need to stand out. We need to be different. Okay? Yeah, we need to understand that we are not we are not like everybody else. We have a special calling by the Lord. Okay? I want you to know that this brand, this design will hit hearts, and it will steer identity. It will steer identity. So you need to be clear. This isn't just a hoodie. This isn't just a shirt. We want them to look nice. Yes, of course. But it is more than that. The meaning, the work that we put behind, these designs, the changes that we make, the things that we do just to make it look clean, understandable. It just doesn't come up. It isn't just making 3 lines and putting a word below it. No, it isn't that. we take time doing what we're doing. So I just want to share the core verse, the core Bible verse that inspired the recent collection. And probably you know it by heart. It's in Matthew 28, chapter 28, verse 6, that says that he isn't here, he is not here, he has risen. He isn't here, he has risen. And I like it that following that, the next sentence says, just as he said. He is risen, just as he. And who is he? Jesus. He said that he was going to die, but on the third day he was going to come back. He was resurrect on the third day. So when they went to see him on the tomb, I don't want to say to their surprise, but to their surprise, the tomb was empty, just as he said. And that is the core Bible verse, the structure of the brand. It is the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Something that I enjoy and we do is that we celebrate Easter. And based on the calendar, is either on, it falls on March, sometimes on April, March, or March, April. And we celebrate, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And I'm not saying not to do it, but this isn't something that we need to celebrate once a year at a church event. And this is something that we need to celebrate daily, always. Constant reminder. Don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. When you get used to something like that, sometimes we lose interest in it. And this is something that we can't have the luxury, the pleasure of, losing interest. We need to keep that clear in our minds, in our hearts, and know that, he rose from the dead, and that wasn't quiet. It wasn't quiet. When he came back to life, it wasn't quiet. It wasn't subtle. No, it wasn't subtle. So the question is, if it wasn't quiet and subtle, then why should we remain quiet and subtle? We need to stand out. I'm not saying that we should pretend that we are better than anyone else, because we are not better than no one. We are not better than anyone else, but we have a calling. We have been called by the Master, by Jesus, the one that died for our sins, but the one who also resurrected on the third day, right? So, and if his resurrection wasn't quiet, wasn't subtle, we can't stay quiet. We need to stand out. Okay? So, again, this isn't just something to make emphasis on the launch, but I want to show you something. I just want to show you, if you haven't seen it, you're gonna have the opportunity to see it later. But I want to take you to the website. This is the website, and this is where you will find the collection. If you go to joecamilodesigns.com, you can always go to this part right here, collections, and the first one is recent. Now, it's not because it's the most important collection, it's because it is the latest collection. So probably in the near future you're gonna see a new collection, and you're gonna see that it will be on top of recent, not because it's more important, but because it was it came out after. So in this case, you're gonna have the collections here, and the one that we're talking about, the one that we are discussing today, is recent. And it's a simple message. In this one, you don't see it, but it's there. This is a special edition, black on black. Okay, it's there. I'm letting you know it's there. So we also have the regular hoodie. We have oversized hoodies. We have jackets. We have everything. So again, I don't want to make this discussion about that, but what I want you to know is that we need to stand out. We need to stand out. These aren't just clothes. These aren't just pieces of clothes. These are, as I said before, conversation starters. People might see the simplicity of it, but you can see much deeper than that. These are reminders. To you, this is a reminder. These are banners of boldness. It's a banner of boldness. And again, as you saw in this video right here, the small transition, just a reminder, the three lines right here are a representing the 3 days that Jesus stood on the tomb, but also that Jesus rose on the third day, and that he is risen. So this isn't just when you're wearing something from this collection, it isn't just a piece of clothing, it is much more than that. So just a reminder, the tomb is not empty. The tomb is empty. No, it's not. The tomb is empty, and so every excuse to stay silent must be empty. There shouldn't be any excuse. The tomb is empty, and so is every excuse. Any excuse is an empty excuse. Not to share, not to talk, not to let people know about that miraculous, powerful event that happened. So if you are a believer, I want to encourage you, act like a believer. Do not be afraid. A reminder from Jesus, he said that he was going to be with you, that he is with you every day until the end of times, until the end of ages. So you are not alone. He is with you. He also said that yes, we are going to have tribulations. We are going to have we're going to go through hard things. But he said to trust in him because he defeated the world. So we need to keep that in mind. So if you're a believer, please act like a believer, live like a believer, and dress like a believer. Okay, we need to give an example. We need people to know that we are representative of Jesus Christ here on earth. And again, dress like a believer, not because it's trendy, but because it's worthy. It is worthy to dress representing the one who called you, the one who gave his life for you. Okay, so don't wear recent just because it's cool. Don't wear recent just because it's cool. Wear it because he rose. He's risen. He rose from the dead. So basically, this is it. This is the discussion that I wanted to have with you about recent. I don't know if there's anyone available. I cannot see. I'm still trying to figure out the program that I'm using for the streaming. But if you are there and if you have any questions, now's the time. Shoot any questions in the comments. I'll do my best to answer any questions. It could be about the collection. It could be about any other thing that we have available. It could be about any of the messages, any of the posts that we have put on social media. So anything, any questions, just let us know. If there's no questions, I just want to let you know that if you miss the live streaming, do not worry about it. We're gonna be posting it on the website. Now it will be available on the website. I will do my best to also share it. I'm gonna do my best to share it on social media for you just to click on it and for the link to take you to watch it. Again, if you want to share this with someone else, do so. If you want to go watch the collection, see the collection, I will appreciate it as well. And I just want to say thank you for your support. Thank you to those who have make their purchases already, those that have a promise, hey, I will get something. Thank you in advance. I appreciate that. We appreciate the support. And again, we aren't just making a piece of clothing. We are making something, a movement, we want to make a difference. Okay, we want to make the truth stand out, for people to know this truth. Jesus is risen. He isn't dead. He is the only way to the Father. He is your only alternative. The only option is Jesus Christ. Okay, so again, I just want to, before leaving, I want to leave you with this Bible verse, the one that we used, the one that is inspiration for reason. Matthew 28:6. He isn't here. He has risen. as he said. So once again, thank you guys. Um, I enjoy your presence here. I enjoy your help, your support, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.